Yeah? Oh, you spilled water again, man. Dude. I'm about to roll this thing up again. You don't have hands like me. Right? So you see me doing this? I mean, you do that. I think it's sweet. What? I think it's cute, but it's, you can't do that. That's why you're knocking all over the place. What about right there? Okay? We gotta take the rubber choice. Why are you still shedding, bro? Like, I read up on you. You ain't supposed to be shedding like that right now. You're not allergic to this, so it's not that. And your skin's not dry. Your pale, pasty skin. There you go. Get your better position. Now I'm gonna sit up because I gotta read. Oh man. I'll take you out in a minute. God bless you. Bag and a half of garbage, bro. I'm supposed to be going tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Damn, I'll forget that, bro. Fuck, man. It's good. Nigga, what you so jumpy for? It's just me and you in here. I'm about to throw my chocolate. I'm talking chocolate out you, bro. Stupid, bro. That ain't for me. You gotta be careful what you bring in here. Bringing in what negative ass energy. What scary ass energy. That's how it is when you bring scary ass energy around this motherfucker. Scary ass niggas. Ain't really done shit. Scary ass. Oh, I gotta fill that form out. Alright. Matter of fact, you need to take these over here. We gotta get these done. Signed. Ah! Damn, I'll be done. What the fuck am I tired for? It's not fatigue. You finished, brother? What you running for, nigga? Dude, something wrong with you, bro. About this thing to put the book on, but looking at it, because some are written real small, I'd be like this. And y'all be like, is red okay? Damn, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, no, I got the book stand, but I'm not going to use it. All right, first, we're going to read some reading. I'm going to go over the Algonquin conquest of the Mediterranean Sea. You know, we always say Yamasee, and you see this one brother who's speaking some of the language. And I learned all those words in the military, but I'm Chickasaw, the Choctaw. We had treaties, and some people sit there going, well, what do you mean? Well, I'm a nation. And it's not these Mongols and Mongols. And the worst part is when I visited and saw these motherfuckers, I was like, I remember saying to them, who the fuck are you? Who are you? And they looking at me, and like I'm supposed to accept the lie that they're living, of the Chickasaw Nation. I looked at them and said, y'all have you completely lost your mind. Not one moment that I have hatred, or not at 1 second did I want to harm any of them. I just looked at them like, y'all got to be the dumbest, the most lost, or the dumbest people in existence. We have this agreement in our... Yeah, people want to allude to Morocco all the time. Well, take your ass over to so-called West Africa, which is pretty much all that. West. This is the East. I don't care how you feel and what you've been taught by the liars. All right? We have this thing with the United States. They can't impose shit on me. And that's a fact. Not a goddamn thing. From the fake-ass pilgrims up until this moment and beyond. They can't impose a goddamn thing. But see, the problem is, I actually know that. You just can't run up to them, I'm Chickasaw, and you're fucking not. Because we have a lot of that going on. You're Negro, but you probably belong to another fucking clan, and we were part of the Yama Nation. Just as some of my Gula and so-called Anahoia or Cherokee fucking people were part of the Yama Nation. Now the Yamasee, as far as a Muskogee people, it's totally different. Even that term Cree, you know what I'm saying, of the Yama Nation. And a lot of people think they know everything. And it bugs me out when they start getting all into these books and they can't separate or divide the truth, facts from fiction. I just sit there and quiet like, well, that's not what he said to me. That's not what he said to me. Going back, ancestral. I think they knew best. Look at the rivers of the landmass that aren't even there. that are there. But in order to rewrite history, you must proclaim, profess, establish, and destroy. Okay? And the funny thing is, we're still here. There's a reason. Now, they may have figured something out, and you should be aware of this. Okay? First, I wanted to read to you the signs of the sacred secretion, okay? This is based on the chemical, psychological, and astronomical explanation of eternal alchemy. But this is by Victoria Lalu, okay? To decalcify the pineal. The pineal is the place where Jacob claimed to have seen God face to face. It is essential that this gland is fully functioning to improve our spiritual awareness and functioning of biorhythms. That means the connection that we have, that 8 hertz and all that. Now do you see why they give fluoride and these chemicals? The air is saturated. You can't see the blue, which is there. That beautiful blue. Okay? Why they pervert the food? Because they fear you. If they didn't fear you, they wouldn't be doing all this. Yet even though I tell you, how many of you really going to take the leap to manifest something different? Let me go on. There are 2 aspects of decalcifying the pineal gland. The first is to prevent any further calcification, and the second is to remove the existing calcification. Excuse me. We can reread chapter 3 on the pineal gland for a reminder of how to decalcify it. And so we'll have a look at chapter 3. Okay. I just find this. We'll get into the Kundalini and all that stuff. I just want to do little excerpts here and there from this. I'm not going to just read all crazy like through this motherfucker. It's just not going to happen. But you're going to enjoy it. For a reminder on how to decalcify it. Okay, so let's go over here. Let me pull up. Jesus Christ. When you want to talk about Genesis, chapter 32, verse 30, check it out. Okay. Sacred secretion of the pineal associated with male energy. With regards to the sacred secretion, the pineal gland is associated with male energy, the father. It has electric properties and is synchronized with the pituitary, its sister. Do you see? Synchronize. We protect. She powers. Okay. This is not some fake biblical stuff, people. I find it more important for you people, for you individuals to wake up, like beyond just knowing who you are. Okay, I'm seeing where is it at? Because I know I saw it over here. I didn't. Where's it at? Okay. Here we go. Ways to decalcify and awaken your pineal include. You want to take some quick notes? Go ahead and get your pen or record, or come back and play this later. Okay. Let's give you a minute. Just a minute. Damn, this is like sex right here, yo. Oh, damn. I got that. Oh, God. Y'all don't know, man. Let's sit down on top of the watermelon. Okay, here we go. Oh, my lips are all. I was out in the sun, sun gazing, and soaking up some rays with my shirt off, doing some chest flexors. And I came in, I was like, I want to go to sleep. Okay, here we go. Ways to decalcify and awaken your pineal include. These are ways. It doesn't mean these are the answers. There's many ways. But these I think will be more beneficial for you guys. Getting outside in the sun. It's the reason why I look directly at the sun. I don't care, sunset, sun up. I look directly into it. It becomes a little light. I don't see the sun as everybody else does. And I'm not here going to break it down anymore about that. Figure it out. Vitamin D is necessary to mobilize calcium throughout the body. Grounding to the earth at the same time will also help to reset your circadian rhythm and provide healing frequencies to the whole body. Sunlight also aids the body in maintaining its natural electric charge. Get barefoot, gaze at that damn sun. It is a direct, you're like a capacitor, store the energy, and when you can release it, it's phenomenal. You can do a lot more with it. You ever see when you take the positive and negative and you want to check the battery, see if it's got any juice in it? You hit a fucking battery. The earth and the atmosphere. Sparks from the battery. When it's dead, there's nothing there. What do? You take the battery, you throw it away, sadly. So when the source leaves, there's no more charge. Well, it goes where it needs to go to. That means it's done here. Sleeping in complete darkness. Whenever it goes completely dark, dude, I am coma. But then I feel like since I see dead people. And here I am thinking I'm talking to my son and I'm the dead motherfucker you see, right? Anyway, this is when the pineal produces melatonin and brain waves. Do not take serotonin. Do not take that synthetic crap. It will mess you up and it will kill you. Any of y'all have that melatonin? Get rid of it. Get rid of it right now. Get rid of it. It is also recommended that blue light blocking glasses are worn after sunset in order to support the body in maintaining an accurate circadian rhythm. You see those shooting glasses I have? They're blue. Blue light blocking. I mean, so when you're at night, though it looks black, it's actually study. Take this notes down, all right? Meditation, very important. This triggers the pineal gland to produce melatonin and DMT. So it's not just at birth and death. They don't want you to be able to walk, to dream walk, to be awake and step into another room. How many of you thought about your job? Those of you who punch in, right? And you see yourself punching in. Are you aware that you're watching yourself punch in at another time in the same location, but another time? It's not really a dream or a thought process. You're physically allowing yourself to see something happen. But you're unaware because to you, you think it's a memory. No, memory is remembering everything back 1 million, 2 million, 3 fucking million years ago. That action that you call upon, that is an actual, but it's not solid. It's not even a percent out of 100% of what you're capable. It's not 0.00.1.187. Whatever. So that when you got to go to work and the first thing you do, you look at yourself driving down the street, and for some reason you always see this telephone pole or you're looking for this squirrel. That's because at that time you might actually believe it's a memory, but it's at another time in another place it's happening and you can see it, but you haven't been nurtured or taught that, so you accept and relegate yourself to this moment in time at a place when you've traveled that road. Traveled once, it's traveled. You travel it again, it's never the same. But if you see it in a different diaspora or a different time, you can magnify it. All right, let's go on. Filtering water. To reduce toxins, I predominantly use a distiller, which I can then remineralize and bless. Blessing means speaking to the water. It's life. Thank you. That's a blessing. Leaving water out in natural sunlight can also be effective at structuring it in a way that is preferable for absorption by the body. But you must put it out directly in the sun in a glass beaker, preferably Pyrex if you can. Okay? Using a non-fluoride toothpaste to reduce intake of fluoride, at the very least, thoroughly rinse the mouth after brushing. And currently, I use a mix of bicarbonate soda, baking soda, and mint extract. You can get mint leaves and chew those. When I was overseas, people in the Caribbean, they were showing me to chew the mint leaves. I was like, man, what? And then they got the little, the little hickory, chew sticks. Never had no tartar or nothing. Breath was always good. I was like, nigga, I ain't got no toothpaste, and I'm like this. While eating jackfruit and everything else. Consume. Oh, another thing to use that's good to wash it, rinse your mouth with to build enamel, coconut oil and turmeric. Coconut oil repairs your enamel and your teeth. Did you know that? Oh, that's right. Your dentists don't get paid to tell you how to fix a problem. They want to extract and put lead in your mouth, right? And even silver. The worst thing. Consume an iodine supplement. Now be careful, because there are things that have iodine. You know, when you talk about basil, parsley, and all those different things like that. Even olive oil, to an extent, depending on where it's coming from. If it's Moroccan, oh, it's solid. Okay? But this removes heavy metals and toxins from the body and supports hormone regulation. A high quality seaweed based product from less polluted waters is usually best, such as Icelandic sea kelp. And you can purchase that, but I'd be careful right now, because they're probably, you know who probably owns everything, so they can mitigate a change. So that way, you're really not getting what you're purchasing. Okay? Okay? So we read chapter 3. Anyway, pineal gland for a reminder on how to calcify. We just read that. The same rules apply when preventing the gland from further calcification. Meditating on a fully functioning optimal pineal gland is also extremely effective, as the body becomes aware of what is important for you, your survival within the current environment. A lot of you think that you know what you're doing. Me saying you don't is not beating you up. And if you feel that way, facts over feelings. I don't care about your feelings. I can see in certain individuals' actions in their, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't handle what they want to put out there. That's not my problem. That's their digression. It's not, and it's going to happen. As I continue to ascend, I just don't see things the way people see it. Even though I probably didn't see things by 100-fold the way they saw it. And I would mitigate myself to carry myself in a position to make them comfortable. I'm not doing that anymore. Not at all. Because I see stupid individuals are going to remain stupid, because they don't want to relinquish all the foolishness within them. The fake attire. You know, the king has a new invisible cloak, suit. Okay. You see, I put it up there, fake kings and queens. And that's what they are. It doesn't matter what idiots follow these fools, not knowing the truth of history and what they've done and accomplished so far. So I just thought I would share this with you, all right? The next part could be meditation. I might read it. I might read something different. Now I want to read this to you. It's a book I let a friend of mine read. I've read it so many times. God, Man, the Word Made Flesh. George W. Carey and Isadora Petty. Okay, let me make sure that was right. Mars. Just want to pull up Mars, because I'm going to look at this first. Like for me, I know that Gemini, as far as May, I believe is Savan, and then June will be Tammuz or Tammuz, which are based on demons, but not really demons. And that's to keep you away from whatever the truth may be. When they give you this thing to persecute is evil, when the very ones delivering the stuff are the ones that are evil, you know. Okay? So it's good to have some knowledge about the basic instructions of the world we live in, instead of the lies they've given you to usurp fanciful behaviors of non-reciprocatory, you know, to fight and to mingle in ways that are intrusive. I mean, most women today have slept with 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7, not all, men before they even marry, talking about they want a good Muslim or Christian marriage and they want to bow down. That's not the way it's supposed to be. But because we've allowed this insidious creeping further and further into our dimension, created all this hysteria and this falsitude. Don't need religion to exact. No, revenge. Revenge, you know what sweet revenge is? When you stop doing their bullshit. Stop acknowledging them. And you walk together in unison. Doesn't sound complicated, does it? You would think after the little blah, blah, blah. I don't even care about all that shit. It doesn't matter with who. To me, it's meaningless because it's mindless. As masculine, when I state something, you better believe it's not stubborn, it's beyond that. And I'm not rectifying and clarifying anything I didn't fuck up because of your brokenness. Because I don't care. And see, Me in the military, when people started realizing I didn't care about things, I was always identified as being very dangerous. No, I just don't care. So I have to be a sociopath and a narcissist. I got to gaslight and lie to allude to something of not caring. I don't have to do none of that. And some people will say, well, you say it. I say it because a lot of you dumbasses aren't aware. So when I point out the fact that I don't care, it doesn't have to be something extreme. But you better believe that I don't care, no feeling, it carries over in ways. If you can harness those powers, it's like when I'm walking and my toes are killing me, right? I walk harder. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's not ignoring it. I accept it. Do I rally in it? It's like those people who like to get kicked in the nuts to show how powerful they are. No. I said, well, if something was to happen, I would have to be able to go on these things regardless. It's like when my knee feel like it want to go out, right? I don't have a brace on it. And I knew the opportunity was there. For some reason, I jack up. And then I keep moving. As if it would be hard for you to see. And then the next day, it's better. It's not healed. Let's go ahead. Mars has been referred to principally as a planet of war. Well, they can make some shit. But we feel that it will not be long before the real nature of Mars will become known. Then will humanity realize that the same force that is manifested in war and brutality may be transmuted and used in numberless ways for the benefit of humanity? If mankind would use the same amount of force and energy in doing constructive instead of destructive work, we would soon see Mars through rose-colored glasses instead of those colored blood red. I would like to see some of you paint your house red and black. I did that when I was in Millville. And my wife at the time was like, why? It looks beautiful though. I was like, watch. And I knew I was painting it red and black because I wanted to pull all the lies out of them, because I knew they were fucking evil. It only took 5 hours. She was like, I'm going to paint the house different when I left. You do that. But now at least we know the truth, don't we? She's like, how come you didn't? I said, well, David Bell was here. We went out drinking, came back. I had college work to do, me and him chatting. Introduced y'all and having a good time. Then you started fucking acting ugly. Your daughter wanted to kick the door, broke your little dumbass heel, and I snatched her with one hand. She's a grown young lady. I snatched her with one hand, bent her over, and slid her ass down the stairs forward, feet forward. Put her up against the window, and everybody was quiet. Like, what in the... And I said, if you make a sound or move, that means that violent little outbreak of chemical fucktivity you had, you will be outside that window. I'm sorry, put me down. But at the time, I don't care. Think about your actions at first. Even my boy David was like, you know, Mr. Mason himself, martial art extraordinaire, ex-Marine now. Still a brother, somebody I grew up with. Shit happens. Mars means activity. So yeah, I painted the house red and black. The entire house. Inside. It says, you will not lie to me again. They couldn't contain themselves. Red and black will have you run around doing some dumb shit for those who are unaware. Anyway, Mars means activity. Okay? Forcefulness, not necessarily war or bloodshed. Another great war has been prophesied because very great activity of Mars is shown astrologically. But the world is weary, sick unto death of war. That means they are so tired of it. Now, when we look at, let me see. Oh, here we go. Get this right here. So solar plexus, what does it say? Okay. All right, let me, hold on. So, as I said, okay, months. So May to June, because it's based upon the moon, which I don't know why the fuck they got that there. That's because of the fighting. Anyway, which was Savan, as I stated. And June to July is Tammuz. As in, like, August or Leo, which is Ab. You know, as far as July to August. Ab. AB. Like original. Yeah, yeah, man. Just listen. August to September, I believe, is divine to Elu. Elu. This is ancient shit, yo. No matter how they spin it, it is ancient, ancient stuff. So I just wanted to share that. God, man, the word made flesh, how they're one and the same. We're always looking outside ourselves because how can we be lied to when we've always been here? That's why I always say our parents screwed the pooch. Not all. Because there are many who refuse to sit there and go, oh, no, I know who we are. I'm telling what it is. And this is not, we ain't do this shit. We ain't go to them damn buildings. Them was lying niggas in there. Because I had them family members that was like, no, we ain't going to no goddamn church. And that divided the family. So the punk and cowards became Christians and Muslims. The real motherfucker said, and they're still living their lives accordingly. Trust me. Especially the Gula side of my family and half of the Anayuia. They still holding themselves solid. Chickasaw, we're everywhere. We were giant fighters. We were giant fighters of the Anunnaki, if you want to call them that. And we had giants that fought alongside us. We were the great giant killers. Along with the Yamasee. Part of the Yamasee Nation. The Chickasaw were. And they always talk about the Chickasaw and Choctaw split. No. The split wasn't this made up shit we war with each other. I used to tell people that to see if what they knew. And when they go, I was like, let me leave them fuck alone. Somebody else can come along and teach them the truth. And the move to the next people go, that's questionable, James. Thank you. One took a job this way in Tartary, and the other had another job in this diaspora of what was going on with the war. Star forts, ground forces. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into the Algonquin conquest of the Mediterranean region. I think I got to go 180. Hey, some people might sit in there, this is legacy of Atlantis, by the way. Some people probably sitting there going, oh, that's not the style. Whatever, man. Believe in what you want to believe. I'm not fighting with you and stuff. That's what's wrong with us now. People think they know every goddamn thing. I'm not saying I know. I'm saying go and find out for yourself. I just put it out there. But I know what I'm talking about as far as the Chickasaw. That I know. Oh my God. That shit's good, man. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to stay long in this like I usually like to do. Just going to read a few paragraphs and move on up, and then we can carry it on. All right? Mustache, bro. Okay, the Atlanteans obviously started out slowly, but over time, their fear of traveling the Atlantic Ocean diminished. To the point where the next step for those early Atlantean navigators was to expand their explorations until they reached the Mediterranean Sea. Now, eventually, their courage may have led them to explore further. Led them to explore further out into the Atlantic Ocean in all directions, not just to the Mediterranean region. If those early Atlantean navigators did just that, they certainly over time eventually conquered the world's other oceans, which is very unusual for such a feat to be accomplished so long ago. It was not until 1492 when the white Europeans, the pale-skinned Europeans, decided the Atlantic Ocean needed to be explored. We know from their history books that trade with India, Hindustan, and the Far East, remember when it was established, 19 what? It was not called India nowhere up until World War II, somewhere around that time. It was never called India before that. So if you see it in books, they changed it. It's a new print, and they're lying. I just want to bring that in. That's why I shared that information. Excuse me. We know from their history books that trade with Hindustan and the Far East was the reason why the Europeans why they can call them Europeans. They need to stop using that our queen's, one of our ex-queen's names, misusing it like that, made their decision to sail westward out of the Atlantic Ocean. You now have the story of Atlantis to contemplate over as well, and read it and become enlightened to be realistic. The pale Europeans knew that by going south down the west coast of Nubia, it was possible to reach Hindustan and the Far East. They said, wait, and going down the west coast of Nubia, Africa, it was possible to reach India and the Far East. Okay, now that is right, because this was India Superior, Asia Superior. But I do believe the Europeans were undoubtedly aware of the Atlantis story, and they may have thought that some of Atlantis may have survived the flood that destroyed Atlantis. So that was a correlation to correction right there. Look, let me read it again. If you're going down as far as their brown fake earth and all that shit, right? To be realistic, the pale skins, I don't give a fuck what continent we're gonna call them, the original black folks, knew that by going south down the west coast of Nubia, Lower Ethiopia, all right, Mesopotamia, Africa, west coast, going south. They ain't say go around, motherfuckers. Okay? It was possible to reach India and the Far East. I know what some idiots gonna go, but you have to go around the tip. You know how many islands are out there? Oh, that's right there, not on the fucking map. We've seen enough of them. Why go that way when you can travel up through the Witchcard to get to Hindustan? Make it make sense. If you're in fucking Europe, the Great Wall that our ancestors built wasn't also only in the land of Xi. That's fucking right. There was an Anu, through the Mississippis, the Florida Panhandle, all through. There's great remnants of a great wall in the ocean. Then went all the way through with that big ass desert over there in Africa with sand that's not even indigenous to the landmass over there. Wall going through that mother sucker that goes up through there too. Okay? So we're gonna stop it right there. Let's go to the next one. Let me bullet point that. Okay, I think it's 90. Was it? I think it's 90. I think it was, y'all. I'm sliding it up, reading to the page. It was 90. There's a whole lot between this and what I just read, but I'm going to continue to do them all backwards because it's important. Right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's about 89 or 90, I think. Am I right? You know what? Yeah, we had finished Atlantis flood, I believe, right? And we had picked up because I remember when we got into the end of the Algonquin rule, that's when I get caught up at really, really hard. So I think I was around like 95 or something like that, if I remember right. I had to lean on my noodle for a minute. So 96, okay? And this is by Samuel Poe anyway, in case if anybody wants to know. So, just to let you know, we had cleared the destruction of Atlantis, but we were at the end of the Algonquin rule. That's where we were at, and I had read quite a bit of it because I found it. Remember, I said I find it very interesting, and I believe it was a necessity. So let's read a few paragraphs in here. I'm going to read the whole chapter. It's not going to happen. Rome's leaders could tolerate other religions which coexisted with their own religious faiths, but the religion of the Jews was problematic. For certain Roman leaders whose ideal of God was themselves. To which they're correct, because remember, the original Roman ain't nothing like the Hollywood narrative. They were not only puzzled by the Jews' religion, but they were also irritated by the Jews' unwillingness to view them as also being a god. The Jews would terribly aggravate the Romans after Rome assumed Judea as one of their provinces, and scores of Jews and Romans would end up killed or wounded when they stood before each other and discovered that they were incapable of looking each other in the eye. Roman military power was unequaled during the height of the Roman Empire, and the Jewish leaders, Ashkenazi fucks, Sephardic, during those times certainly recognized Roman military superiority and greatly feared the consequences they faced if they dared question Roman rule in any way. That's why they were stuck around them, brothers, so they can learn everything and infiltrate, because there was no crayon colors and all that. You know, sleeping with the women, making a new race of Romans. Roman rule anyway. The Jewish rebellions were more than angered the mighty Romans, who, if provoked during the time of the height of their military power, had no second thoughts about destroying any and all who dared to seek independence from the Roman Empire. It was not only the Jewish people that paid a horrible price during the Jewish rebellions, but the rebellions were also very costly to the Romans in human lives, and also the great amount of wealth that was required to fight the Jewish rebels. After the Romans partially subjugated the Jewish people, Judea, in parentheses, was allowed to elect their own rulers, and Judea was still only a client kingdom. And a period of relative calm followed, but amongst the Jewish people was a religion which, to compare it with that of the Romans, was quite independently different, and it would also eventually interfere between the relationship between the Jewish people and the Romans in a major way. Other indifferences existed as well between the Jewish people and their Roman subjugators, which contributed to the Jewish rebellions, which were fought by the Jewish people primarily in order to establish an independent Jewish state. That's not the story of the Hebrews. They weren't looking for nowhere. They didn't need nowhere to live. They had all the most beautiful things, calm, peace, and love, and everything in the world, until these bastards came along. And I don't bite my fucking tongue saying it. They have made it this way. They're not smart enough to stop either, because they believe in the bullshit they're doing, because they have enough ignorant son of bitches that follow them. And this is one engine, real engine, who have had enough of their shit. And there's a lot of us. I want to make sure that with the Berbers and Bedouins. Make sure I got the right, I can't scroll too fast on this one, because then I'll skip the whole damn thing. When we're talking about Nubia, I believe it was 50, I think it was 58 or 59. Got past it. No, here we go, 60. Okay, awesome. Nubia, North Nubia. The Berbers and Bedouins. Remember we was hitting that? Berber history is one that is a mystery. But if we research Berber history, we would obviously discover a relationship existing between the Berbers and Atlantis. The Berbers are the descendants of those Atlanteans who invaded Europe, Nubia, and the Middle East more than 11,500 years ago, people, and before. Although we have no evidence to support the theory that the Egyptians and the Semitic people of Nubia and the Middle East were possibly originally part of the Berbers of northern Nubia, it is, in my opinion, his opinion, be mindful, okay, most likely close to the truth. I keep telling y'all, 3 people separated from Atlantis. And now you see, now there's a group of things here who are not us. And they pretty much polluted every goddamn thing. You don't have to believe me, I don't care. I'm just letting you know. Okay? Anyway, that's why when I was watching Try Biz had this thing he did. I saw it, I got a notification from him on TikTok, a notification meeting. And I went over there to see, because Snooze had commented. Want to stop there? And it was this
Somalian. Somebody, he said, I was talking to this nigga, and I thought I was black. Come to find out, I'm not black. Listen, my Somali brothers, if you ever call one of us a nigga, not knowing what a negu or naga is, I will fold you the fuck up. That guaranteed. Now, I have good brothers who are of the Somali descent. They despise that word. And even though I've educated them on the truth of nega and negu, and they respect us. It's always you niggas that come here later on, go to school and everything else around dumbass niggas, and you end up being just like them because you are the same, another dumbass nigga. Anyway, let's carry on. Be better than that. Stop being one of these Peckerwood pale skins denomination. They don't give a fuck about you. I had said it to one of them Atrian brothers. I enlightened his dumbass a week ago. The other week. Anyway, we're possibly originally a part of the Berbers of northern Nubia. Anyway, of the same, and it is their close proximity to the Atlantic shore, which gives the hint of them being the fathers of the Semites of Nubia and the Middle East. However, concerning Egypt, I realize the Egyptians may have first originally lived. What is it? What you got there? What is it, Bubba? What is it? Water set-off notice? Oh, Monday? Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, got it, brother. Definitely. Smell of Peruvian neighbor right there. Well, they make the best roast chicken, but he knows I'm not eating chicken no more. We'll be shutting the water off between 11 and 3 Monday. I probably won't even be here, actually. Okay. Let's get back in. Where was I at? I should have marked it. Oh, okay. Here we go. Excuse me. All right. Concerning Egypt, I realized the Egyptians may have first originally lived in Eastern Europe. The Egyptian Europeans, of course, then parentheses. So that actually can represent that the Egyptians are not related to the Berbers and Bedouins. However, as for the likelihood of an earlier Egyptian people who predated the Egyptian Europeans, that's different, of course. Now, we're reading this. Doesn't mean that these individuals know, because their thing is to keep everything divided. That gives them a better story. I'm telling you, we all are related. Yet, there's a reason. Because when you want to think about Japhet, Shem, and Ham, don't look at it biblically. That could walk you, but it's bigger and older than that. The Bible is only meant to divide, to devour, and to conquer the three people. Trust me. The name Berber is not what the Berbers call themselves. Thank you, but the name originated from the Greek word barbarians, which may mean foreign language, as we were called barbarians. Apparently, in their language, which nearly 10 million Berbers speak, they call themselves Amazigh. And in parentheses, that does sound very similar to Anishinaabe, which is what the Ojibwe was, exactly. Ottawa and Potawatomi call themselves the Anishinaabe, not them fake Pelskins and Mongols running around up there in Alaska. No, I used to go up there and hit the Brown Derby, and they want to act like they want to fight. And I knock a couple of them out, and I'm like, you better back up and see all my boys with me. Anyway, our translated, it means free people. And that's what it does, Anishinaabe. Interestingly, we get the name Amazon from the Amazigh people, whose name may just be derived from Anishinaabe or Anishinaabe. According to historians, their original homeland was to the east in the present location of Saudi Arabia. But I do not believe Saudi Arabia or the Middle East was the original homeland of the Berbers. There is one location that is very fascinating to a great many historians, because they do not know just exactly how the Berbers managed to get there. The reason I believe the Berbers' original homeland was Atlantis is they are Semitic, and as well, the historians believe that the Berbers have occupied northern Nubia for longer than record history. To me, it is no coincidence that the invasion of the Atlanteans of that year that he used, or longer, and the date given for just how long the Berbers have occupied northern Nubia for currently coincidence, Nubia, I say, Nubia for, anyway, currently coincide to a degree, so I actually do see a link of some sort in a special kind of way. I realize that historians are more than just a little curious about the Berbers. And although they give the impression that they believe the Berbers are not the Atlanteans, I sense that they are in a reluctant way, giving hints that the Berbers are the Atlanteans from Atlantis. And as I stated, I showed y'all pictures of the Berbers. Some people will say they're going Moors and all this other goofy shit. Because you know, niggas, when they get something, they don't know how to break free and do the study to figure out and learn something new. Those pictures, you can see a lot of them look just like us. I've been all over there. I've seen too many of our people, man. And I'm like, bro, where you from? No, where's your grandma, your great-great-great-great-grandma? You know what? Some people said that one of them came from America. How about they both probably came from fucking America? And it's not the name of the land. And some of them would know that. Okay. It's always a pleasure to meet people who know something other than what everybody else does. It's just, and it takes that one voice, not mine, to change the way everybody else perceives things. You know what I mean? So here's Italy. Let me get to the right number though, because we read quite a bit of this in Italy. And you know the importance, now that y'all have a little clarity from me reading this, the people come over here calling they're Italians, they're a remnant of the original people. They're not even, the majority of them don't even look nothing like the original inhabitants of so-called Italy, Mauritania. Some more Sephardics. I am optimistic, though, and to be honest, I suspect that there are other groups of people living in Western, Central, Northern, Southern, and even Eastern Europe who are directly descended from the Atlantean people. I need to study each European country's past history and their recent history. To, if possible, discover anything out of the normal that may that may exist. No. Out of normal that may exist, but don't make sense. Anyway, I'm reading the next part. What I will look for is language, of course, and they're not going to find original language. It's just not going to happen unless you hit the Vatican up and you get down there and get all that information, or the Smithsonian, and a few other places, mind you. Anyway, what I will look for is language, of course, race issues, and if there is any current unrest among those people against the country they reside in. Peckerwoods and Paleskins who write books, I know you're listening. Let me help you out. First thing, stop with the race shit, because they didn't contend with that bullshit. Not until the fucking 1700s. You fucking idiots. And pushed like a motherfucker in the 1800s, because the mudslides has happened, and they were slowly still happening. Great weapons were unleashed, and not the fuck by us. Stupid ass motherfuckers. They can't let y'all have a position of some kind of morbid leadership for a fucking minute without y'all fucking everything up. What I will look for is language, of course. Fucking idiots. Race issues. And if there's any current unrest among those people against the country they reside in. As for the Atlantean Italians, I reckon that they prefer Italian over anything else. They were never called Atlantean Italians, you fucking nut. Italy never fucking didn't exist for at least a fucking 500,000 fucking year, probably even 1,000,000. You stupid sons of bitches. Atlantis fell so long ago, you fucking have no fucking clue, you dumb fucks. Excuse me, people. I am so tired of these motherfuckers. Another important bit of information deals with the Egyptian Europeans' history. The more I think about it, the more it seems probable. Instead of the Egyptian Europeans originating in it's a nice way we all have, we can just break the ice. Stupid motherfuckers. God damn. No. Europeans originating in Eastern Europe, where they are the most numerous in Europe now, could it be possible that their original homeland was located in Western Europe? Or better yet, Italy? What about the Egyptian Europeans? He's making polite. Y'all know what he means, though, okay? And parentheses, I'm glad he put this in parentheses. Right? He should have put hyphens beside the motherfuckers. The gypsy people. Because gypsy didn't exist until the Ashkenazis made it so. Anyway, being the descendants of all of Europe's Atlanteans, in Spain the gypsy population is around 500,000. And it's common to see Asian-looking Italians. Why? Who conquered the land? Like everywhere else. The Mongols, right? The new identity, the Ashkenazi motherfuckers, right? You've been to Russia, you've been to Ukraine. Any of y'all ever been over to Georgia? Any of y'all ever been to some of these places? And you see a pale skin and you see an Asian, and them motherfuckers talking about their cousins. The motherfucker that played the Chinese and Japanese and Koreans and da-da-da, and Indians over here, and then this motherfucker who thinks they run everything. These are the motherfucking hybridarians who think, and they ain't all that shit. I just thought I'd give you that little cup of tea. It's not hate. It's correcting the manifestation of the fuckery and the foolishness most people see right now. If Spain's Roma population is in fact native to Spain and Portugal as well, they are probably descendants of the Carthaginians, and the Basque people, the descendants of the Iberians. Y'all have studied the Iberian Peninsula as far as the new narrative? Okay, look into it. Historically, we have been educated that the Huns invaded Eastern Europe that contributed heavily to the fall of the Roman Empire. However, since the Eastern Roman Empire survived for almost 1,000 years after the fall of the Western Roman Empire, it suggests that people from Western Europe, the Carthaginians, Iberians, and maybe the Etruscans, of course, and this is in parentheses, y'all remember I showed y'all the pictures? Something happened to them niggas, they changed, man. That's what happens when you kill off the men and you take their beautiful succulent big mamas and you start fucking them and you make these babies after babies after babies who look like the goofy fucks they are today. Were those Asian people who toppled the Roman Empire? Obviously, something is deeply suspicious about the fall of the Western Roman Empire, which endured extreme conflicts in Western Europe. When you want to look at, in parentheses, the Lusitanian and Gallic Wars and others. And after defeating the powerful Carthaginians from Carthage. Now, by the 5th century, the Roman Empire was involved deeply in some sort of power struggle in Western Europe, with an Asian people who evidently originated in Eastern Europe, who of course are referred to as the Huns. Western Europe, however, still had a significant Carthaginian Iberian population, which probably numbered in the millions in the 5th century. Did the Carthaginians and Iberians mount some sort of united attempt to win back their independence from Roman rule? Now, when it says 5th century, we know that means year 600. Our Lord. Well, you know what I mean, right? Okay. If both the Carthaginians and Iberians did, in fact, unite to wage a war to win back their independence, they won. After their victory over the Romans, a new Western Europe emerged, which possibly saw Celtic and Germanic tribes settling the former Western European lands of the Roman Empire. But we know the Germans were niggas. The Etruscans. Do I need to go on? I've shared enough for y'all to know this, right? Go read about the Gallic Wars. The dreadlock, beasts, the barons, the madmen, and the Huns, the original Huns. Those are Ashkenaz. I'm not beating up on the Ashkenaz. I'm beating up on the fake-ass fucking history. That's what I'm beating up on. And the people that played a major role in it. Because a lot of them are unaware of what the fuck is going on. And I don't care what anybody says. That's just the fucking reality. They want to be in control so bad, man. Fuck their control. You dig what I'm saying? Okay. that's right. Okay. Make sure. Excuse me. I think it was 16, right? Well, this is Western Europe, supposedly. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, here it goes. Hourglass. There you go. The Iberian and Lusitanian tribes. From England, the Algonquins may have organized expeditions to explore southern Europe near the Mediterranean Sea area as a possible location to send their settlers. Their descendants could be the Iberians and Lusitanians. Now, we already know that these Algonquins were not Pelskins, nor were they Asian. And they have more in reference to, when we was reading Nubia, to who? Think about it, people. It's not complicated. Their descendants could be the Iberians and Lusitanians who were native to Western Europe, particularly France, Portugal, and Spain, and probably England, Ireland, and Scotland as well, like the Twa. That's why you see these little Sephardic, fake Arab, Ashkenazi motherfuckers, Portuguese, going over there fucking with the people in Brazil. Establish themselves, sleeping with the women, making these little motherfuckers that look like they fucking weird as fuck. They dance all the way because they got a big ass. And I forgot who the fuck they are, the Amazonians and all the importance of who they, the greatness. While the people in the Fafalas, they were running around murdering sons of bitches. Portugal and Spain, and probably England, Ireland, and Scotland as well. They obviously must have saw Central and Northern Europe as useless, since that area was too cold and much of that area was covered by glaciers. If they are actually correct about their theory concerning that ice age, that is, Mediterranean Sea area obviously was warmer, and we know that the Atlanteans were civilized, so the climate of that region must have been warm enough to grow crops during that supposed ice age. Now, if the first wave of Atlanteans actually did settle England, I mean, they said it was warmer, so where's this ice anyway? Hell, we got icebergs popping up in some weird places right now. Y'all aware of that? I'm talking about bigger than no fucking iceberg, ice walls. Just out of nowhere popping up. There's certain land masses where ain't supposed to be no fucking ice wall. We're talking about the whole, yeah, go and look it up. Anyway, let's get back to keeping it 100, not Willie Lynch. Anyway, Atlanteans were civilized to the climate. Anyway, the Mediterranean Sea area obviously was warmer, and we know that the Atlanteans were civilized to the climate. So the climate of that region must have been warm enough to grow crops during that supposed ice age. If the first wave of Atlanteans actually did settle England, Ireland, and Scotland, their civilized settlements are obviously still in those countries and could be among the current well-known cities there. What follows is a list of native tribes of Western Europe, including that of the Carthaginians, who were possibly the Lusitanians. The Aquitani, excuse me. Julius Caesar himself described the Aquitani tribe as being an Iberian tribe. Apparently, some people believe the Aquitani to have been possibly of Celtic origins, and appears. Their homeland was located in southwestern France, but they were probably subjugated by the invading Carthaginians, who likely continued to rule the homeland of the Aquitani up until the Romans invaded in full force. It was Julius Caesar who completely eliminated the Aquitani tribe, yet their descendants are probably among the Basque people. Yeah, if you look at the pictures, you think them are the Basque people. Using that case, it could be because there was a Pale group of individuals that belong with us in Atlantis. Facts, relatives, kindred. Don't believe me, I'm not here to push hate and that kind of separation. I need people to find out who the fuck they are. Because we're not accepting every goddamn pale skin that come fucking pop, poop, diddling they fucking away. You fucking the enemy straight up. But there are a bunch, millions, who are our fucking relatives. Dumbasses. Anyway, and I'm not saying that to be all, I'm saying it because I fucking know the difference between ignorance, not knowing, and knowing. Unbelievable. The Astunani, their homeland was located within the Iberian Peninsula. Most likely the Astunani was subjugated, different from the Aquitani, okay, was subjugated by the Carthaginians after the invasion of Europe some over 11,500 years ago. Now the Otrogons, and you've heard other people, indigenous people speak about this, but they didn't know how to put it in the proper place because they didn't really read up on it. Their origins are more difficult to correctly determine. Apparently, some have suggested that the Otrogons were of Basque origins, while others suggest that they were originally of Celtic origin. Some scholars speculate that the Ostrogons originated further north towards Germany. The Ostrogon tribes, if they were of Basque origins, were most definitely subjugated by the invading Carthaginians. Now the Bastuli, their homeland was also located within the Iberian Peninsula, and they were also probably subjugated by the invading Carthaginians as well. Now we're going to get into next time the Canterbury, when you think about Canterbury and all that kind of stuff, and the Caristi, the Casatani, the Contestani, and the Sinets. And then we'll go on further down, but we're going to take our time with these because I really want to cross-reference these to some other sources of information. But as you know, who are these individuals? Well, these are people long lost. You dig what I'm saying? Lost to history. Who were they? Of what importance? Well, we'll see what we can find out. You dig what I'm saying? Let me save this, guys. Okay, and this one would be Samsung Notes. Download, save, and that would be 6134221. We'll end that with a 09. That's me filing it, so pay me no mind, people. Okay. All right, it's loading. It's a little blue. All right, let's back out. Let's go up to. Okay, no, out. Download. Is it right? Documents. Oh, PDF. I got it. It's saved. Awesome. I'm just loading to make sure it's all right. Okay. All right, we're good. It's locked in there, brothers and sisters. Let me take another bite of this. I should have put some salt on it. Watermelon breaks down quick. When you want to get the citrulline, cover it up. Yeah, put this on charge. I know someone will say, man, he's going hard on national. First of all, I'm not going hard on all of them. It's not all of them. I know too many Ashkenazis. I'm never going to call them a fucking Jew. Unless they're really practicing a religion, but not that New Age shit. If they're seeking better in themselves, all right. If they're running all that Talmud and Tanakh and Torah and all that, fuck that. I go hard because they are the fucking problem of the world. Any of them, all of them have to serve. What was it, 6 years or some shit, or 4, whatever the fuck. They're all fake. They're not the original people. And there's plenty of them who know they're not. So I'm going to go hard to fuck. I don't care about all this shit they own. I don't give a goddamn. If you're a puppet of theirs, well, you made your choice. That's all the fuck I got to say to that. Hold on. Finish this up. Oh, that was good. That cinnamon. Oh, that was strong. Yeah, just get turmeric and knot it up with coconut. Get coconut oil, turmeric. Your fingers are going to get some rubber gloves if you want to use that crap rubber and get some more that forever chemical. But take your fingers, fresh water. Just buy the little distiller. Take your tablespoon, put your little olive oil and coconut oil in there. Stir it up until it becomes a ball. All right, add your little bicarbonate baking soda to it if you want. You dig what I'm saying? And just put it in your gums and don't get the hard bristle, get the soft bristle, and just brush your fucking teeth with it. Okay? And that's it. And spit it out. You can leave it laying there for a little while to stimulate your what you call it, the nose and your tongue, your silica on your tongue. It'll stimulate them. It heals your gums, it heals the enamel in your teeth. You let it sit there for 5 or 10 minutes. You don't need no blue lights. The teeth ain't supposed to be pearl white. That's some made up shit. Trust me. Your bone ain't pearl goddamn white unless it's sitting in the sun for a couple of months. Then that's called bleach. That's why they say, you want to bleach your teeth, you want to bleach your booty hole. Ain't, what's the name talking about? My coochie pink and my booty hole brown. I mean, come on, people. I think all that nasty stuff coming out there is supposed to be all clean and pearly looking. Something wrong with you if it's looking all like that, pearly. If your booty hole looking like this or brown, you like light brown, something. No, what you done did down there? No, stop. But yeah, you're right, Lord. But red clay, the clay right now is not, I would say, the best. It depends on where you're at. You know, if you can get some of that backwoods soil out there in the Carolinas and Louisiana and Georgia and the Everglades and stuff like that, you might get some good red clay, like stuff that seemed like, oh, if you know how to dig down, like 1960s and 70s and 80s, there was still some good red clay. Definitely. Swallow some of that with a little castor oil, man, you be on that toilet. But when you're done, the cold is gone. You take your little tea bag and put it under your eye and your egg, rub it around your stomach and shit. Yeah, the egg, crack it open, it'd be blood ass red, all of it. Cloves is good too. Cloves is better for your mouth, for numbing and for your gut. Look, I know everything there is to know about cloves and all this stuff. Cloves are good for you numbing your teeth if you got a toothache, and making it like a hot tea and drinking it for your gut. That's it. For your skin is good too, but for your gut, because if your gut's healthy, your skin's healthy. All right, let me see who all came in. Rhonda, what's going on, beloved? I'm their friends. What's happening, beloved? Snoo, what's going on, baby girl? You know when you ain't a girl. Clap anyway. Six Boss, what's going on, beloved? Troy Boston, hey, I realized the black sky actually look real when you pay close attention. Thank you. No, Colgate is not safe. Black sage is good for your teeth. No. That's like, I always tell people, say, I'm going to go home and have black tea. Well, black sage is cool. But just sage. Just even white sage. But I had people sit there talking about, like, you know, black tea is good for you. Black tea is not good for you. That shit is high in caffeine abnormally, and it's absolutely not healthy, not beneficial at all. So black sage, unnecessary. That's more on the line of some black shit. That's all it is. My apology, but you know what I'm saying. At this moment in time, India wants to rename their country. Fuck them. Yeah, we glad Benny Boy is gone, y'all. Oh, what's going on, beloved? Yeah, I like when they come. Lloyd Carter, what's that means? We keep getting rid of their dumbasses. What's going on, beloved? What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, oh, you know, we gotta get him shooting up here, y'all. Get him used to hitting that travel and stuff. I didn't make my way down there because, like I said, I got that appointment, Utah, on the 16th, and you know, I gotta put money on this thing for somebody. It kind of sucks. But the appointments, I got quite a few of them actually. Yeah. Don't buy turmeric. Make your own. Get you some turmeric. Keep it real simple. You know, and it's gonna keep the tartar down. You don't have to brush your teeth every 2-3 times a day. That is fucking ridiculous. It's just crazy. Whitening. Be careful with mixing a lot of stuff too, baby. Okay, so all real simple. It's all real simple. Believe me. I'll sub. You can make me laugh. Must be somebody that was on homeboy shit watching Stitch or something, whatever the fuck. No, nigga. I don't want to. I'll make you laugh, all right? I'm gonna make you laugh. And you know what? I'm gonna put this down. Which card? I'm gonna make your ass laugh. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, they ain't trying. Don't ignore that. Don't even say nobody trying nothing, baby. You forget. Listen, said I didn't accept who I was for a long time. Not in denial. I accepted who I was in my 50s. When, it doesn't matter. Let them keep playing around. Be silent. Silencio. Don't comment. No statement. There's no ego. There's no nothing, baby. Nothing. Remember, I keep saying this? I'll say something. I'll put on the act. Obviously, the algorithm, the programmers, and everybody else is too stupid. As it was always known they'd be. And even become more stupid. And stupider is a word I didn't want to say. Girl meal, man. I already opened it up, but I know a lot of shit. But y'all make sure y'all check Girl meal out in his videos too. He's been uploading a lot, so he might be uploading some old stuff too. He's got quite a bit. Okay, let me see. So when we come back, we're gonna read these 4 books. No, we already did Lynch shit this morning. We're gonna do that again. These 4, okay? And we're gonna get into a little bit more science of the sacred secretion. I think that's beneficial. I hope did y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the 9. What's going on, beloved? Yeah, I don't know. Criminal might not be here. He might be doing something. He might be willing a deal. He might be busy down there in Costa Rica too. I don't know what's going on. I haven't talked to anybody down there in a while. Yeah, that's his channel, y'all. Hit his channel up. Okay. But hit Westside's up too. I mean, hit his channel up too. Oh, I'm not like that. Make sure y'all check Westside's out too. Of course, the 9. I love that name, man. That's solid. It means some powerful shit too. Excuse shit, but you know it means some powerful. It means it's some powerful stuff. That's an excellent name. A lot of people don't know when you talk about quasar, 9, and the ethereal of it all. I know who you is, 9. I know who you are. I know. Trust me. Most people are very unaware of these things. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the name, but yeah, I like that shit right there, man. Because that see, when you do something like I can respect that. I'm gonna respect anybody. But I can respect that. Y'all check out Navi, y'all check out Westside, y'all check out, I think, I don't know if Tulo Cherokee, she's still selling, guys, if you want to get some stuff, you need some good herbs and stuff, look on my, go to Tulo Cherokee's website and hit her up. Okay? There's a lot of people in there, they still, you know what I'm saying? Check them out. You dig? But, I'm gonna go ahead, hour and 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I ain't gonna talk no more shit. I'm only doing it during the reading in the morning. Shit talk. I'm like I said, I'm not big on the motherfuckers that are creating the problems in the world, and I'm always gonna identify the motherfuckers, and they can't just walk around me freely. Fuck that. There's a difference when you know your history, and you know you have a flagrant motherfucking group of bastards who's never cared about anything in the first place. That's why you must inform those who don't know. Not every fucking body. That's the last thing you know is you need a whole bunch of idiots, because then you get the little goofy fed that come in who's too stupid to know. Stand the fuck down because it can get real bad. Stay over there. Don't give a fuck about your training. I wouldn't give a fuck if he was one of the best steroids in the fucking world. All that shit don't mean nothing. There's a reality. There's an end to everything. Most motherfuckers are pretty stupid, especially people that commit suicide, but there's a lot of pain that come behind that. I told you, I used to visit people who survived. That's the only fucking thing I'm gonna tell you. It's your fucking choice. Some people have pain so great and confusion that it's like being a typewriter. old-fashioned typewriter, and you have your ribbon, and for some reason the ribbon keeps jumping out of two little hooks. You know what I'm saying? It keeps jumping out and staying down there when you're typing. So you start getting typos and little doubles, you know. It's conflicting. It's like the system doesn't work right. So what do? You snatch the ribbon out and you think you're going to put a new one in when it's the system. So you can't just take the brain and throw it out when it's everything is reacting and nobody's there to tell the person that it's not just in your brain. Your whole body, your source is conflicted because your body is stressed. And nobody's helping you to calm it. Not those fuckers at the VA, not the sons of bitches in the street, and not the people who are going to sit there being nice to you. When you're somebody like that, you're going to need somebody that's going to be tough with you and firm with you. And no hate. You're beyond the scope of hate because you want to take your fucking life. So it's not about hate. So anybody that becomes up a little emotional, I don't think it's good. You weren't meant to fucking be there. And the people that need to be there aren't there. The motherfucker that grab him in the head like and choke his ass out and make him see dark. Smack him upside the back of his neck. Fuck out of here with that suicide shit. Nigga, I love you. What's wrong with you, nigga? Saying everybody thinks they know all the approaches. Tell me which one of them work. Nigga hanging at the bridge, get a lifeline. All right? Throw it around that bitch and push that motherfucker off. And then pull his ass back up. You sure you want to jump, nigga? Some people say, but they'll just go find another way. Oh, like the army guy did live on video and blew his fucking face off? Talking to his ex-girlfriend? No, he had put in his plan. And if he would have survived that shotgun shell, he'd have been another fuck out of him seeing in the hospital who was saying, fuck, I was stupid. Now look at me. Oh, bitch, you made the decision. Shut up, suck it up. Now let's get some prosthetic eyeballs and a walking cane and a fucking new face ahead because your head's looking like you Humpty Dumpty, nigga, after the fall. And some people who are morbid will laugh, but I'm dead ass serious. I used to respond to some of them like that. Get it together. You fine now. Look at you, beautiful motherfucker. Let's get it together, nigga. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Where's Charisma? Right here. You know why I have a motherfucker here. Give me a hand. There you go. Hey, Charisma. And Charisma just all up. She wanted to jump on the bed with him and nothing but love. That's what a motherfucker read. They need somebody real. They need somebody to tell them when they fucked up, when they wrong. If they can't make the correction, you put their ass off in the motherfucking closet. Stay there, nigga. Next time you might succeed. I'm not here to... Don't need no more souls. I'm telling you, man. Y'all better get it together. All right? What's up, Snoop? Baby, we're not here to talk about it. I'm talking all this shit. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, well, it's not all of them is a defect, baby. The natural. When you know, if you're talking about albinism and all the other shit, that vitiligo and all that kind of shit, okay, those are DNA absurdities. Not in a way that's like a curse. But no, there are pale skins who are just pale skins. They have melanin in their skin. They're not white or anything. They're just less than. Yes, it's by way of a chance of change, but it was meant to be. But you got to remember that ones that got very thick hair, very coarse. Those are the ones who are 100%, and a lot of their blood type is actually O fucking positive. Now, all the other ones, there's something else going on. Well, we can look at the wars coming back from the 600s, and all the women raped, the perversions, the things they did, the cannibalization, all the things they partook in that you don't see written in every goddamn book. See, this is where we don't open ourselves to know. So leprosy, albino and albinism, those are real things. And the majority suffer from Down syndrome and all that shit. Remember the Mongols, pale skins, who had this Asian look were considered Down syndrome because they were a little slower, violent by nature. Well, you need to go and look at who all the Ashkenazis are. A lot of y'all never seen all the Ashkenazis, have you? This is no hate, but you don't have to be voices because you're hidden away and secretive talking. I'm talking in the motherfucking live. I've been in New York and watched how the sons of bitches talk and what they had to say. thinking they're being careful and talking all fast and shit like they're gonna suck down motherfucking a cow's dick of coffee. No, what I'm saying here is, fuck that. When you know what the problem is, you attack the fucking problem. Hunting innocent motherfuckers, the same motherfuckers putting it up to make people believe in some more bullshit Holocaust when more of my people been killed than anything. Fuck you. You want to come over here and say a goddamn thing? You didn't come correct the first time. And you caught up in your little made-up world. You don't know how to fucking react and deal with things appropriately. Sometimes you get what you wish for, and then when it comes along, you don't even want to pay attention to it. Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch and listen. Hope I made you laugh, motherfucker, if you're still watching. What was that goofy motherfucker's name? Benny Boy 73 or whatever the fuck. Don't need you. Welcome to the subscribers, and if you jump off, don't come back. Appreciate you. Even if you finally hear somebody that says, oh shit, he was right. Don't bring your ass back then. I ain't got nothing for you. Love y'all. I didn't know you was off today, Sue. Saw you getting all that sun. Anyway, I love y'all. See y'all here in a few hours, okay?